The story is set in the future, where the Earth is devastated. How did the planet end up like this? How do the survivors live their lives? To understand this, the story takes place in a future where the world has been destroyed. How did Earth nation? The movie begins by showing a world in the future where the environment is severely damaged and everything has become uninhabitable. Scientists had recently tried to conduct an experiment. They attempted to alter the DNA of trees and plants, hoping to improve the environment, but their experiment failed catastrophically. Although the scientists changed the DNA of the plants, it turned out to be disastrous. The altered plants became dangerous, turning into enemies of human life. These plants attacked people, leading to an even worse situation where the Earth became unrecognizable. A deadly virus spread everywhere, making survival nearly impossible. As conditions worsened, people became increasingly concerned for their own survival. This led to a division between the rich and the poor. The wealthy created a separate colony, away from the chaos, called Citadel. Life in Citadel was vastly different from the outside world. It was habitable, with no shortages of resources. The land was fertile, and the people of Citadel altered their seeds to grow any crop they desired. However, these people only gave seeds to outsiders in exchange for their blood or organs. The outsiders were locked into a desperate trade. They received seeds in return for blood and organs. But the Citadel's people limited them to just one type of crop, and locked the seeds in such a way that outsiders could never fully utilize them. Some seeds required special codes to be unlocked, making survival even harder for those on the outside. Then we are introduced to the main character, Vesper, a brilliant and brave girl who lives with her paralyzed father in the devastated world outside Citadel. Her father had once worked for the people of Citadel, but when he became paralyzed, they cast him aside. In an attempt to help, they gave Vesper a drone-like robot which contained part of her father's brain. Though his body was paralyzed, the machine allowed Vesper to communicate with him and seek help if needed. Vesper was not only resourceful, but also very intelligent. She had created her own small lab, where she experimented with changing the genetics of plants and trees. She even managed to keep her father alive through a life support system that required a special machine to function. One day, Vesper returned home with the drone robot only to find that someone had stolen her father's life support system's battery. Worried, she decided to ask for help from her uncle, even though he was a dangerous man. Her uncle ran an orphanage, but he exploited the children, using their blood and organs to trade with the people of Citadel. He lived comfortably by this arrangement. Desperate, Vesper agreed to meet her uncle and asked for his help in securing the battery for her father's life support system. In exchange, she offered to give her own blood. Her uncle agreed, giving her 2 days to return for the battery. But Vesper, fearing it would be too late for her father, tried to steal the battery. Unfortunately, she was caught, and her uncle punished her. Later, Vesper secretly returned to steal the battery, and along with the battery, took some of the seeds her uncle had obtained from Citadel. She then ran back to her house. Days passed, and Vesper saw a plane from Citadel crash nearby. She rushed to the wreckage where she found an injured woman named Camilla. Vesper took Camilla home and treated her injuries. After healing, Camilla revealed that she was from Citadel and her father was there as well. She invited Vesper and her father to join them in Citadel for a better life. Determined to find her father, Vesper set off. Before reaching him, however, her uncle caught up and recognized that Camilla was from Citadel. He also learned of the connection to the secret seeds. Eventually, Vesper's uncle murdered Camilla's father to cover up their secret. He then attempted to kill Vesper, but she managed to escape. Devastated, Vesper decided not to tell Camilla the truth about her father's death, fearing it would destroy her. Instead, she lied, telling Camilla she couldn't find him but would keep searching. Camilla later asked about Vesper's mother. Vesper explained that her mother had been infected with the deadly virus and, unable to find a cure, had joined a rebel group called the Pilgrims to avoid spreading the disease. As time passed, a strong bond formed between Vesper and Camilla. Vesper showed Camilla her lab, where she had been genetically modifying plants. Camilla was amazed by Vesper's intelligence and the potential of her work. Let's dive into the explanation of the story. Eventually, Vesper decided to tell Camilla the truth about her father's death. When Camilla saw her father's body, she was heartbroken. As she mourned, Vesper noticed a strange mark on Camilla's neck. Camilla revealed a shocking truth. She was a Jug, a humanoid robot created by the people of Citadel. She had been designed to resemble a human, and the man she had called her father had been the scientist who created her. Although Camilla was smarter and more emotionally capable than most Jugs, the people of Citadel wanted to kill her. Her father had tried to escape with her, but his plane was shot down. Camilla had lied to Vesper about the Citadel, hoping to protect her and help her find her father. Vesper was devastated by this betrayal. She felt betrayed by Camilla, who had become her last hope. But after some time, Vesper's father, through the drone robot, advised her to forgive Camilla. Vesper reluctantly agreed. Soon, Vesper realized that Camilla's blood and DNA might be able to unlock the seeds her uncle had stolen. After some attempts, the seeds remained locked, but Camilla played a tune her father had taught her, which triggered the seeds to unlock. This music was the key, and with it, the seeds could now grow any crop, just like in Citadel. Vesper was filled with hope, knowing that they could now survive without relying on Citadel. However, Vesper's uncle, greedy for the seed formula, betrayed them. He contacted Citadel and revealed everything. That night, the Citadel's rangers killed him, and then came after Vesper and Camilla. To protect Vesper, Camilla decided to surrender herself to the rangers, allowing Vesper to escape. Vesper tried to stop her, but Camilla put her into a deep sleep, sacrificing herself so that Vesper could escape. Now, one day when Vesper was not at home, then her uncle comes here. When he sees Camilla here, then he starts taking her with him. But when he sees the mark on Camilla's neck, then he doesn't hesitate to know that this girl is actually a jerk. But before he does anything with Camilla, here Vesper also comes, and both of them attack her uncle, and both of them together control her. Now Vesper doesn't kill her uncle. She puts a condition in front of him, that if you don't tell the people of the Citadel anything about Camilla, then I will tell you the formula to unlock those seeds, with which you and your orphanage kids will never die of starvation. Now at first her uncle agrees for the condition, but she was too greedy to get the reward. That's why he comes back home and contacts the people of the Citadel, and tells them about Camilla and the unlocking of the seeds. That's why at night the Citadel's rangers come to Uncle. They kill him first, because they didn't want anyone to know anything about our seeds, after which they go to Vesper's house. Vesper and Camilla got to know about their arrival. That's why Camilla decides to surrender herself to the rangers, with which they will leave Vesper, and will do whatever they want with me. On which Vesper's dad tells both of them that they will kill Vesper anyway. They won't leave her, because now she has the code to unlock the seeds. That's why you both should run away from here, so that when the rangers come here, they go back without you. That's why you both do like this, and run away from there without doing anything. As soon as the rangers came to Vesper's house, her dad turns on his drone's self-destructive system. That means the system that blows itself up with a bomb, because of which a big blast happens there. And what happens is that Vesper's dad was with her. All the rangers are killed. Both of them were watching all this from a distance. With the death of her dad, Vesper gets out of control. She is completely broken. Then Camilla takes care of her with great difficulty, just like Vesper took care of her. But some of the rangers who were left, they follow them, because they saw both of them, because of which they have to run away from there. Now these people came in the middle of the poisonous plants. There were also rangers behind them, and because Camilla knew about these poisonous plants, that's why she traps 2 rangers here and kills them, after which they heard the sound of 2 more planes coming. That means they were not going to leave Camilla so easily. Camilla also knew about this. That's why she decides to surrender herself to the rangers, so that Vesper can get out of here easily with those bees. But Vesper was stopping her from doing this. But Camilla had decided to go. Now Camilla had the power to put anyone to sleep. With this power, she puts Vesper to deep sleep. And the next morning, when Vesper wakes up, she sees that Camilla is not here, which means it was clear that she has gone back to the citadel with the rangers, and Vesper also comes to her house, where everything was destroyed. She sows some seeds in the ground of her house, so that the crops can grow here. Then some children come to her, who were actually the children of her uncle's orphanage. Now Vesper takes those children and goes behind the pilgrims, so that they can get some help. When she comes, she sees that the pilgrims have gathered a pile and have made a building like a very big tower, on which Vesper climbs and comes to the top of it, and she throws the seed she had in the air and spreads it all over, which meant that in the coming time, such crops will grow all over, which humans can eat, which will make everything fine, and life will become worth living. Once again, and with this hope, this story ends here.